Hey, so back in April 1st of all days of 2022, I was on the Gentleman of Crypto along with Crypto Blood. And back then I was telling them how XRP is the one and that that's what they're going to use in the financial system, and they scoffed at me. Well, 3 years later, almost to the date, I was on Gentlemen of Crypto again, and me and King were talking, and at least at the moment, I seem to be right. Fastnickel is right, but I want you to see the interviews, and you guys make your own determination. So let's check it out.
They was like, well, what do you mean? You're not even doing TA right now. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, you got to understand how this market moves too, and the psychology of actual buyers and traders and how and all that. I mean, a lot goes into it, but goodness gracious. Again, I think what it is because it looks like we're scratching the surface, but people aren't realizing when I say these statements, I'm thinking about 15 other projects that resemble the same thing or try to do the same thing at the same time the market conditions were like this, what the trends are currently. Like, I'm not just out here blurting things out. Michael Kennedy, Michael Valdez, what's going on? Welcome back to the show. What you got for us today?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, Crypto Blood, congratulations. I actually called into a show about a year ago. So when you see me, is at Fastnickel, a show that you and Crypto Rice had. I don't expect you to remember it.
Okay.
It was about a year ago. So I've been a little busy, so I didn't call in last week, but I won't be long. So your comment about Bitcoin. So here's my thought. So at one point I had almost 50 coins, and like I had kin, and I did it based on Cliff High's report, and I put $200 in kin back in like 2018, and last year it went up to 10 grand. So sometimes those coins they work out.
What project was this?
Kin.
So what is it doing right now?
It tanked, but
that's all I'm saying. It didn't work out. The project didn't work out. The trade worked out.
Trade worked out, right? Trade worked out, and that's my point here. So at one time I had like 50 coins. I have cut down to like 6, and my top 3 coins are XRP, XLM, and Matic. And I say that because obviously XRP was the very first coin that I purchased in 2017, and I got out of it because everybody in crypto was like, hey, that's the banker coin, that's the banker coin. But then after doing all my research, I'm convinced that it will be one of the coins used in this new financial system.
Nah, come on, Mike. Come on, Mike.
Listen, wait a second. Here's one of the things they will do. When they go to the CBDCs for all these countries, it will be the underlying bridge coin for all those. Now, listen, maybe, just like EOS, you're a big fan of EOS. A lot of people are not a fan of EOS, but you are. And you know what? At the end of the day, we're going to find out if I'm right or wrong. Now, here's the thing about Bitcoin. They keep trying to push that FUD about the whole proof of work, etc. But when Europe had the opportunity 2 weeks ago to ban it, they didn't. So the truth of the matter is this: as you say, King, and this is my motto. I always say follow money. So if they're making money off Bitcoin, I don't care what these people say, they ain't getting rid of it. They only will get rid of Bitcoin if it's to their advantage. That's the bottom line, because everything always comes down to the money.
CB, what do you think about it?
I got to disagree with Mike on that one. I think that, the CBDC currencies that are coming out are going to be run on their own proprietary blockchains. They need full control over it. That's why you won't see the United States use any of the USDT or USDC stable coins, they won't use that because it runs on Ethereum. They're going to have their own proprietary blockchain that they can shut down if they need to, reboot, configure, whatever they want. They have to have full control over it. And I think that's why, you know, the United States CBDC, when it does come out, is going to run on the FedNow system that they're building and rolling out this, I think, later this year. So,
you know, they're trying to work on the e-cash and all that. What do you think about how, and this is my thing when it comes to XRP specific, and this, we made this, goodness gracious, this is in 2017. I said XRP, I think, has 3 to 5 years of life on it. Now, I will say they've surprised me. This entire market surprised me. A part of that was me expecting the government to or banks to come up with their own type of internal payment structure, like the CBDs with CB saying run on their own blockchain, essentially. So my question to you, because now the US just came out and said, hey, we're not even trying to use a Fed CBDC. We're trying to use our own internal e-cash on some system that nobody knows about, apparently. Some new technology that no one but the US government knows about. So how do you think if that system comes off the ground, gets off the ground, e-cash, how would that affect like something like XRP?
It's null and void. Like, China's not using XRP. They built their own proprietary blockchain for their CBDC. Every country, we all know how the governments work. They need full control over it. XRP is a private company. It's run by Ripple, right?
Right. Ripple's private,
so
but
Ripple is not. There's not going to be. You will not see a government partner with Ripple or any private company for their cash. Hell no.
And that was my that's why I said 3 to 5 years. Because I was like, by the time the government catches up, there'd be no need. What's your thoughts, Michael? Does the e-cash thing scare you off of XRP possibly being adopted, or what do you think?
It doesn't, because at the end of the day, all of this stuff is new, and there's still a lot that needs to be hashed out that we still don't know about. Now, I will tell you this, you know, call it conspiracy, you know, tinfoil hat, but, you know, the whole Antarctica thing, you know, Brad Garlinghouse was tweeting back and forth with Klaus Schwab and Christine Lagarde about going down to Antarctica. So he is on the end when it comes to the big players. So where XRP goes, I don't know, but I'm gonna live and die with some XRP. I'm taking my chance, and let's see where it goes.
They said, Gerard said you're in here April fooling right now. Hey, thanks for the insight, Mike. Did you have anything else? If not, I was gonna let Ocean get the floor. Hey, as always, appreciate you calling.
Bye-bye.
All right, cheers.
Scare some people. So something to think about. We got Fastnickel on Fastnickel. What's the word?
Hey, it's been a while since I've been on your show.
It has. How you been?
I've been good. I'm just trying to get since, you know, I started with I put my channel together, so I've been doing some crypto shows, etc.
There we go.
Because the last time I was on your show was April 1st, about 2 years ago, and I was.
You bought the NFT. You bought the NFT and something else.
I did buy that NFT, which actually basically went to pot. So that was one NFT that I purchased, my highest purchase, which was a dud, basically.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
It happens. But when the last time I was on your show, I was talking about XRP, and Crypto Blood was like killing me for it. But now, you know, 2 years later,
there we go. Take that victory lap. Hey,
XRP, baby. So listen, I'm happy about XRP.
So have you been holding for the last 2 years?
I've been holding since 2017.
Oh man, since the top.
Before the top, I originally bought XRP was the very first coin I purchased.
Nice.
So coin, I'm trying to think. GateHub.net gave me 50 XRP for signing up, and at the time it was 0.009 cents.
Nice. There we go.
I mean, I sold a lot of it.
Right, for sure.
I don't have as much as I had at one time, but I also have a bunch of XRP NFTs, which I'm hoping that those will turn into something big. Because, you know, the NFT market is kind of stagnant right now, but when I bought them for a long term.
And see, that's the thing now where it's like, that's what I was saying, even if this is the year of crypto or we're ushering in the new era of crypto, and this is just the first, like, we're finally, I need to bring up, hold on, let me bring up the adoption curve, because folks, we are still like, we're no longer at the super beginning, but that's what I've been saying for the longest. We still have been at the beginning of this process for the longest. Here we go. I'm gonna bring this up real quick, so everybody can check it out. All right. So yeah, when you look at like the actual adoption curve, the change adoption curve, you got your innovators all the way at the beginning. These are the people who actually created. But again, I would dare to say a lot of people who even watch, some of you warriors are innovators. You created projects or platforms and stuff that people are on. I don't think folks realize that we've been in the early adopting stage for, like, we're still in it. I think we're actually just now leaving the early adopting stage and starting to go over to the early majority stage right now. So we're still super early in this process. I say all that to say, because even right now, when you look at the Ripple price or some of the XRP NFTs, I agree with you. It's like, if you just hold on, they're still trying to do more building. They want to do more things. They want to grow. And they've even talked about profits this week. So it's like, I agree with you. I see it eventually still bringing in great returns, even smaller pieces of what you originally had.
Yeah, you know what? So there's two fronts on the NFT. So I've been doing a lot of deep dive on quant and everything that's going on in the financial industry. You know, March 10th, the US banks have made March 10th the date. You know, we may not see nothing on the surface, but behind the scenes, they're supposed to go live March 10th, the US banks. And November 25th is when it's supposed to go live global. So quant is going to be a big contributor. And as I've done my deep dive, you know, quant had, so there's issues with Bitcoin from a security standpoint for the banks, but quant has solved a lot of those issues. So quant is going to be, I like to call it, quant is the tracks, and XRP and other coins will be the trains that run on the tracks.
So what are the issues with Bitcoin and banks?
A lot of it is security.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
So, because it's open source, there's no security for the bank.
Banks. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying from their point of view.
Solve those issues.
Right. I got you. Yeah, because they can centralize it. I'm messing with you.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but yeah, they can kind of figure out those nodes a little bit better for sure.
Correct. And as you know, the talk forever has been Bitcoin is slow, and it is slow. But I think a day or two ago, XDC has come out with a solution for Bitcoin to help speed it up. So, you know, as you said, there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that what we knew about 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago is changing. So what may not have worked then, they are fixing things behind the scenes so that they work.
Now let me ask you: are you in Bitcoin as well? Because you're doing some Bitcoin Friday for real right now. You're calling it slow and stuff. Bitcoin's been amazing still. What's going on? Talk to me.
I'm not in Bitcoin, and I own my original one Bitcoin. I had it back in 2017. I got it for $1,100. I don't have any Bitcoin because I'm looking for gains, and you know, obviously at $100,000. It's got to go to 200 just to double my money. And there's a lot of other coins that I can triple. You know, Jasmine is a perfect example. I bought Jasmine a year and a half ago at 0.2 of a penny. I got 100,000 of them for $300, and now it's at 3 cents.
There we go.
So, you know, the key is you just got to do your research. There's no guarantee that, you know, even though you've done your research, but you gotta just hold. I mean, I've held coins. I bought coins back in 2018. I've held them for 2 years, and you know, bought them at $200, and they turned into 5,000. But I had to wait 2 years.
Yeah. So I will say this: I agree with you as far as, again, if it's just that investment point of view from a cash USD, then for sure, like the altcoin dive and everything. But from a technological point of view, that's why I was asking specifically with what was the issue with the banks? Because right now, a lot of that is just a narrative. I don't think I still think Bitcoin's superior to everything. I think it's the fastest, most efficient moving crypto out there. But I do think banks and others are trying to, again, this is part of that FUD and that narrative, so they can say, hey, no, we don't need Bitcoin because to me it's like they can't control it still. But we get us some quant, we get us some XRP, we get some other stuff in here. This is going to be, and again, for those folks who say they're faster, from what I've seen so far, we'll see if it changes. They're faster to scale, or they're faster at their scale right now, but they're not faster once they scale. So at the volume Bitcoin has, I haven't seen other projects be that fast or not had issues. I've seen other projects at their 10,000 nodes or 10,000 people be fast, but it's just like, all right, I'm not sure if they're truly fast. So I don't know, we'll see, but I'm definitely with you. I do like the plays you make as far as, you're saying you're seeing stuff go from 0 to 3 cents. People, that's the W here in this space.
I was watching a video yesterday, and so when you look at 2025, I have said that based on charts, etc., 2025 is the year. We're gonna do well. You're gonna have your periods where you're down, but generally it's gonna be a good year. But like one guy I was watching, he was saying, hey, listen, even though 2025 might be a good year, you still want to say to yourself, okay, what coins are going to pump between now and March? Like, you still have to look at short term and long term. Yeah.
And again, it's all about the point of view. If you want this from a cash value or for a crypto value, because some people, I don't know why, but some people do believe in their crypto strong enough to only want that crypto. They're like, there's a future. Bitcoin, I'm with it on, of course, but that's where it changes, because some people are saying, well, I'm not selling my Bitcoin. I know if Jake Fever is watching this, he's saying, I'm not selling my Bitcoin. So he's like, I don't care if it gets to 100,000, 50,000, a million, because he wants his one Bitcoin. But then if it's like, if you got your Dogecoin, that's what I was actually thinking about. I was laughing because some people don't want to sell their Dogecoin now. I get it, whatever. But if you have Dogecoin, then that's like one of those things where it's like, no, I'm about to make my cash flip on this thing. Like, this is definitely getting sold once it reaches the target type of deal.
So I'm glad you brought that up, because I was thinking it and you just mentioned it. So I'm glad we're in sync.
Yeah.
So when I first got into crypto, I was anti-Doge because, everybody would talk about, it serves no purpose. It's a meme coin. That was the narrative back in 2017, 2018. And when 2021 came along, and there were people that I knew that didn't even know how to spell crypto, not alone what it does.
Right.
And they paid $20,000 and $30,000 off of buying it just because they saw people talking about it on social media. So when I saw that, it changed my whole mindset, because everybody in this space was all talking about all the utility. What does it do? And because of that narrative, I was anti-Dogecoin. But then when I saw somebody had pointed out, they said, hey, basically, Doge can do the same thing that Bitcoin can do, technically speaking. So, don't get it twisted to think that, hey, it's a meme coin. And when I saw, especially now, it might not be talked about, but the meme coins are really what's driving a lot of people. There are rug pulls, but a lot of people make a ton of money off of meme coins.
So this is where I'm about to get you at. This is where it's different at. So I'm with you and I get it, but this is where it's like it is the same, but it's not the same. And the decentralization part of it makes it so like the difference so much, because when you do think about Dogecoin at any time,
everyone, listen up. You didn't lose your money. Now you have your, technically you kind of lost your money.
Like, listen, it's BitConnect. It's like the same arguments people make for meme coins, for the altcoin market, for Dogecoin. Those are the same arguments everyone made for BitConnect. And they was like, oh, BitConnect is this. It's doing the same thing Bitcoin is doing. And it's like, yes, you all are correct until you realize 4 people were the entire project and they decide to sell on you. So, like, that's my thing with all these other meme coins and Dogecoin too. It's like, technically, like, from the transaction process, cryptocurrency, all crypto is secure, and then the money part is the currency. So all it is secure sending of money. That is it. It's just secure sending of money. So yes, all it takes is 2 nodes. You and I can start new crypto right now. One of these ABC 123 cryptos, and we could send crypto back and forth to each other. We can put our families in it, and it will work perfect. We can say it's fast, it scales, it works just like Bitcoin until we actually get 3 million people on our network, and we actually have to do the due diligence of the developments on it and actually scale it, or vice versa. when you and I say, all right, you know what, let's actually sell, make some money, but all our families are using it, and then it drops 80% like overnight. So that's where it's just like, it's kind of the same, but it's just like the decentralized nature isn't really there, which adds a lot of that value to and consensus. If we wanted to fork it, again, Dogecoin, some of these coins, if you and I want to fork our ABC coin, we just wake up and fork it. If you want to fork Bitcoin, it's like you can fork it, but will anyone follow you? I don't know, you know. So, but I get what you're saying. Again, I think somebody mentioned it in the chat. It's like two different crowds, either the I only want crypto crowd or I want the cash crowd. So it's two different ideals. But I mean, that is what makes this market so big. I think is that it's adding all these different like personalities, investment strategies, everything all at one time.
Well, I mean, I personally fall into both camps. Like, I have my coins that I have on my cold wallet that are for long term, but I have coins that I'm flipping also.
Yeah. You have to. Dumpster diving is a must. And speaking of which, are you already in the Discord? Speaking of flipping tokens, this is some DGen troll box chat right here. Are you already in there?
I'm looking at now. Somebody said Doge can do what Bitcoin can do, technically speaking, which is what I'm saying. This guy's been in crypto and don't know anything about Bitcoin.
Read the comments. Don't read the comments will get your soul right now. What I will say is in the show description for anybody who's listening as well, the link to the Discord is there. It's free right now, so join the Discord. But
okay,
it's definitely. Oh, come on, bring that altcoin talk over here. Bring that altcoin talk on over. People enjoy it and love it. But no, as always, Fastnickel, appreciate you calling in. You got the last word. What you got for us?
Listen, it's been a long time. I got to come back more often because we got to support our, we got to support our people.
Hey, for sure. The good thing though is that's why I always tell people, I'm like, look, I'm not going everywhere. The show's going to be here, and this has been a good thing for the shows because even with business, it's like, but some people I did business with in this space 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, they double back different years. Some people watch the show like this is what it's for, so you can check in whenever, you can get an update on the news, and you keep it rolling. So definitely appreciate you as well.
Have a great 2025, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. All right, take care. Cheers.